Good morning, everyone. Shavua Tov, Agut Evach. We are continuing here in the PELE YOETZ and Ahavas Ish Isha, the love of a husband and a wife. And the PELE YOETZ is coming towards the conclusion of all of his words about how to inculcate and strengthen and enhance the Shalom Bayis a husband and a wife have been building all of these years in their home. And he writes like this, Umichlal Ahavas Ish Lebailahu, included in the love of a wife towards her husband. Shetispalel alav lifnei Hashem, she should daven on his behalf before Hashem. Ki tefilas ha'isha mitoich sheli barach v'dimasa matzui, because a woman, because that her heart is soft and tears come easily to a woman, they're found much more often. If she calls out to Hashem, from the walls of her heart, certainly her prayers are going to reap their rewards. She's davening for her husband's success. She's davening for him to be able to make the changes he needs. She's davening that he should be a better husband. She's davening that he should be more understanding, more sensitive. All of the above, all the things that we've been speaking about. If a woman will daven for her husband, then certainly, says the PELE YOETZ, her prayers are going to be accepted. And so too, she also has to daven stark, she has to daven a lot for her children. She has to understand that when she has peace with her husband, and there's peace with her children are good, healthy, normal, balanced, normal people, there'll be peace for her as well. Because she doesn't have to tear out her hair to raise her children. She doesn't have to have sleepless nights. She doesn't need agmas nefesh, emotional pain and anguish, trying to raise the kids that she wants to raise because they're doing well. Who is going to have more mercy on her children than a woman, than a mother herself? A woman should be very careful, the best that she can, not to give over any judgments on her husband. What does that mean? Try not to cry tears over what your husband might have done to you. Why? It's true that a husband has to be very careful not to cause his wife to cry. Like it says in the Gemara, a man should always be careful with the anguish, the emotional anguish and pain that he causes to his wife. Since that tears are readily available for a woman, she can cry on the drop of a dime. Therefore, a husband should know that if he causes her pain and he causes her anguish and she cries as a result of it, he should be on guard and beware himself that there might be paronios, there might be bad tidings that are going to come his way because of the tsar, because of the anguish that he caused his wife. But she should also put into her heart the following. If bad tidings are going to befall her husband, chas v'shalom, God forbid, she's part and parcel of that as well. Now, why is that? Everybody should listen carefully to this story which we find in the Gemara. There was a woman, a wife of a certain man. She was waiting and waiting for her husband to come home. He was on a long journey and he was traveling and he was delayed. He didn't come. And he didn't have a cell phone. He couldn't send her a picture of himself on WhatsApp showing him on the plane that he was delayed and he's coming home. There was no way, there was no communication. We're talking about 2,000 years ago. So what happened? She was waiting and waiting, and she got very sad and despondent that he didn't come home right away. She shed 2 tears over the tsar, the pain that she was in, that he wasn't home yet. And immediately her husband died as a result of her tears. He didn't even do anything bad to her. He didn't even have intention to cause her any pain. Nevertheless, as a result of his delay, and the woman cried, so it brought about a judgment in Shemaim in the heavens, and the husband died as a result of that. And therefore we see that even for the smallest things that a person does that causes pain to his wife, that could bring about the death sentence in the heavens. And therefore a woman, a wife, even a husband, of course, has to be very careful not to cause his wife any tsar, any pain. You're not allowed to, man. You have to be nice and kind and gentle and considerate and respectful and understanding and patient and all of the above and even more, not to cause your wife an ounce of pain. But the PELE YOETZ is asking to the great Neshei Chayil, the great women of Klal Yisrael, if in fact your husband is foolish and he causes you pain, try not to take it too close to your heart, because if you do, and you shed tears over that which your husband does, Rahman al-Islam, we have no idea what the punishments min ha-shamayim are going to be for such a person. So husbands, be nice and kind and keep the tears away from your wife. And wives, if possible, even if your husband acts in one of his foolish ways and says something that you know and he knows that he should not have done, or he gives you one of those looks that could just send shivers up your spine, try your best not to cry if you can, in order to protect the peace, the harmony, the safety, the health, and the life of your husband together with you in your house. Have a wonderful day.